The Roman Empire, an unstoppable force that stretched from the deserts of Africa to the icy hills of Britannia. Its armies marched like thunder, its cities glowed with marble and fire, its emperors ruled like gods. Yet beneath all that glory lurked something darker, something almost erased from history. What if I told you that Rome's greatest achievements were built on secrets it desperately tried to hide? I'm Dr. Aiko, your time-traveling archaeologist, and together we'll unearth the Roman Empire's darkest secret, buried beneath centuries of silence. Are you ready to see Rome as you've never imagined? The story I'm about to share is not carved in grand arches or sung by poets. It lives in the shadows, whispered by crumbling scrolls and hidden in forgotten ruins. This is no tale of Julius Caesar's triumphs or gladiators battling for blood and glory. No, today we'll uncover the hidden layers of Rome, the forbidden knowledge, the silenced voices, and the mysteries that even emperors feared. Stay with me until the end, and I promise, the truth of Rome's darkest secret will both astonish and unsettle you. Step with me into the bustling heart of ancient Rome. The year's around 100 AD, the empire is at its height, and the city is alive with noise and ambition. The marble streets gleam under the Mediterranean sun, merchants cry out in the markets, and senators in white togas hurry toward the forum. Behind the grandeur, though, I feel something stirring in the air, something hidden beneath the chatter of the crowds, buried under the weight of power. As I walk, I can almost sense eyes watching from the shadows of columns and arches. Beyond the grandeur of Rome's capital, the empire sprawled like a living giant. From the hot sands of Egypt to the misty shores of Britain, Roman legions enforced order and Roman culture spread like wildfire. Roads stretched like veins across the continent, carrying goods, soldiers, and ideas. Yet, as I follow these roads in my imagination, I wonder what else they carried. Rumors of rebellion? Forbidden texts? Secret cults? The empire was vast, but not unbreakable, and in its size lay the seeds of both wonder and danger. And in the villas of Rome's elite, another layer of the empire revealed itself. Lavish feasts sparkled with gold plates and exotic spices, while slaves moved silently, their lives invisible to the grandeur on display. Libraries brimmed with scrolls copied from conquered lands, Greek philosophy, Egyptian magic, Babylonian star charts. Walking through these imagined halls, I wonder how much knowledge was absorbed into Rome and how much was hidden away, locked in secret chambers where only the chosen could enter. The more Rome took, the more it concealed. But Rome was not only about power and wealth. Its engineering stunned the world, and it still leaves us in awe today. I run my hands across the stones of the Colosseum, marveling at its sheer size and the ingenuity of its construction. Aqueducts stretched across valleys, carrying fresh water into cities where fountains sang. Heated floors warmed homes in winter. Even the concrete, stronger than ours today, whispers secrets we have yet to rediscover. How could a society so brilliant at innovation also carry shadows so dark? I picture standing at the Roman baths, steam rising into the sky, citizens of every rank gathered here, not just to cleanse their bodies, but to exchange news, gossip, and ideas. The architecture is stunning, domes echoing with laughter and voices. Yet as I listen, I catch fragments of something else. Whispers of forbidden practices, of cults meeting in secret, of rituals that promised power beyond the grasp of emperors. The baths were not only places of leisure, but crossroads of secrets. And then there are the temples. Rome's gods stood everywhere: Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Diana, each with shrines overflowing with offerings. Yet beneath the official religion, other forces brewed. Egyptian deities like Isis found followers in hidden shrines. Mithras, a mysterious god of light and darkness, inspired secret ceremonies in underground temples carved like caves. As I descend these imagined stairs, torches flickering against stone, I feel the weight of something forbidden. rituals sworn to secrecy, knowledge never meant to be shared with outsiders. The Roman military, too, was not only swords and shields. Their camps were buzzing with strange symbols, talismans tucked into armor, chants whispered before battle. Soldiers returned from far corners of the empire carrying more than spoils. They brought back strange beliefs, foreign cults, and dangerous ideas. The legions were not just Rome's strength, they were also Rome's carriers of secrets, blending traditions and myths until the empire's foundations were far more mysterious than marble and stone. And as I stand in the heart of the forum, surrounded by senators debating laws and philosophers debating truth, I notice something unsettling. The voices that dominate history are the ones Rome allowed to survive. But what of the stories erased, the knowledge silenced, the practices too dangerous to record? It is here, in the shadow of triumphal arches, that I begin to sense Rome's darkest secret. A truth buried not under rubble, but under silence. Deliberate, calculated, and terrifying. Legends whisper of entire sects vanishing overnight, erased from records as if they never existed. Underground temples sealed, manuscripts burned, names scratched out from stone. I walk through these silent ruins in my mind, torchlight flickering against carved walls, and I feel the absence more strongly than the presence. What did Rome fear so much that it had to silence voices so thoroughly? The emptiness left behind speaks louder than words, echoing with secrets we are not meant to know. Even darker are the rituals rumored to have taken place beneath the city. Stories tell of sacrifices offered to gods that were never officially acknowledged, ceremonies blending blood and fire with forbidden chants. In some corners of Rome, the line between religion and sorcery blurred dangerously. Was this Rome's greatest strength, its ability to absorb and adapt, or was it a curse, knowledge so dangerous that it threatened the very order the empire was built upon? Some scholars believe the darkest secret lies not in hidden cults, but in Rome's manipulation of history itself. Victories were exaggerated, defeats erased, entire dynasties rewritten to flatter emperors. I imagine scribes carefully scratching ink across parchment, reshaping reality itself. The Rome we admire may only be half the truth, the other half deliberately buried. As an archaeologist, I can't help but shiver. What if the Rome we study today is already a carefully constructed illusion? And then there are the whispers of lost knowledge, strange devices hinted at in writings, remedies capable of miracles, and technologies that disappeared without explanation. Could Rome have possessed advancements it chose to hide, fearing they might destabilize power? Or perhaps knowledge was hoarded by the elite, never meant for the wider world. Walking through imagined libraries, I feel the weight of scrolls that never survived, their ashes scattered by time, their secrets drifting just beyond our reach. So what could explain all of this? One theory is simple. Rome hid its darkest truths to maintain control. By silencing rival beliefs and dangerous ideas, emperors kept the empire united under their vision. The erasures were not mistakes, but strategy. Yet, another possibility is more sinister, that Rome uncovered knowledge it could not control, knowledge too dangerous to survive. Whether spiritual, scientific, or supernatural, it was locked away, leaving only shadows behind. Other theories stray into the wild. Could Rome have stumbled upon forces beyond human understanding? Ancient rituals, cosmic knowledge, or even encounters with something not of this world? I tilt my head at these stories with a mix of skepticism and curiosity. While the evidence may be thin, the allure is undeniable. After all, what better explanation for Rome's fear than a power it could neither conquer nor comprehend? And some argue Rome itself was Atlantis reborn, a civilization too advanced, too ambitious, destined to fall under the weight of its own secrets. Comparing ruins across continents, I wonder, could the same cycle of brilliance and silence repeat across history? Was the Roman Empire's darkest secret not just its own, but humanity's? The knowledge that civilizations rise to glory only to collapse when their shadows grow too heavy. As I step back from these mysteries, I feel both awe and unease. Rome's darkest secret, whatever it may have been, reminds us how fragile truth can be. History is not always the story of what happened, it's the story of what survived. And sometimes silence speaks louder than the marble monuments that still tower over us today. I look up at those ruins, their grandeur undiminished, yet their silence deafening. The Roman Empire's darkest secret is not only about Rome, it's about us, about how power chooses what we remember and what we forget. As I reflect, I realize that history is less a straight path and more a labyrinth, twisting with both light and shadow. Perhaps the true secret of Rome is that knowledge is never truly lost, only waiting for curious explorers like us to dig it back into the light. And so, dear adventurers, we close our scroll for today. If you enjoyed uncovering Rome's hidden shadows with me, Dr. Aiko, don't forget to comment your thoughts on what you believe Rome's darkest secret was, and subscribe to our journey at Aiko no Sekai Tanken. Next time, we may uncover a city swallowed by sand, a ritual carved in ice, or a myth too strange to ignore. Until then, stay curious, stay brave, and remember, history is alive, waiting for us to listen.